Hello students, this is Yogita Datar, subject teacher of engineering mathematics from Sri Siddheshwar Women's College of Engineering, Solapur. We are dealing with the first unit Laplace transform of M3 syllabus. So far we have studied some of the properties of the Laplace transform and the examples where we have find out the Laplace transform using these properties. Now we will see two miscellaneous examples. Question will be as it is. Find the Laplace transform of the following functions. First, t into cos of omega t minus alpha. Obviously, it is very clear that first we have to find the Laplace transform of cos of omega t minus alpha, and then we have to apply multiplication by t property to get the final answer. But before that, we have to simplify this function cos of omega t minus alpha. So for this, we are having one result for cos of a minus b. It is nothing but cos a cos b plus sin a sin b. In this case, a equal to omega t. This is not w, this is omega t, and b equal to alpha. So using the values of a and b as these two and applying this result, we get this simplified form. So L of cos of omega t minus alpha is nothing but L of cos omega t cos alpha plus sin omega t sin alpha. Omega and alpha both are constants. So here cos alpha and in the second term sin alpha, these two terms are constant multipliers. So this result can be written as cos alpha into Laplace transform of cos omega t plus sin alpha into Laplace transform of sin omega t. Now here we have to use the standard result for the Laplace transform of cos at and sin at with a equal to omega. So this gives us cos alpha into s upon s square plus omega square plus sin alpha into omega upon s square plus omega square. Now we have to apply multiplication by t raised to n property. Here the function is multiplied by single degree term t, so n equal to 1. So applying the result, we get L of t into cos of omega t minus alpha equal to minus 1 raised to 1, which can be written as only minus 1 into d by ds of this latest Laplace transform result. That is, we have to find its derivative with respect to s. So it is minus 1. Again here cos alpha and sin alpha are the constant multipliers, so they can be taken out of the derivative sign. So here it is written as cos alpha into d by ds of s upon s square plus omega square. Along with this sin alpha, omega is also constant, so it is written as plus omega sin alpha d by ds of 1 upon s square plus omega square. Now see here, to find the derivative of this term, numerator is function of s, denominator is also function of s, so it is in the form of u by v. So you have to apply derivative formula for u by v. And in the second term, numerator is 1, that is constant, and denominator is function of s. So in the second case, you have to apply the derivative formula for 1 upon function of x. And you know these results now very perfectly. So applying these derivative results, we get minus 1 common multiplier into bracket cos alpha. Here d by dx of u by v rule is applied, where u equal to s and v equal to s square plus omega square. And in the second term, 1 upon f of x, derivative formula with f of x equal to s square plus omega square is used. Now simplifying this result, we get minus 1 into cos alpha s square plus omega square minus 2s square divided by s square plus omega square bracket square minus 2 omega sin alpha into s upon s square plus omega square bracket square. Numerator simplification gives omega square minus s square minus 2 omega sin alpha s upon s square plus omega square bracket square. As these two terms are having denominator same, so we can add or subtract their corresponding numerators, and because of this minus sign, the second term which is already negative becomes positive and the first term which is positive becomes negative. So here the positive term is written first and the second term is negative. So this is our final simplified answer. Now we will go to the second example. Very simple one. Here the function is given as t plus sin t bracket square. Here also we have to first simplify the function. Now t plus sin t is nothing but in the form of a plus b bracket square with a equal to t and b equal to sin t. So expansion gives a square plus b square plus 2ab. So we have to find the Laplace transform of this term, means we have to find the Laplace transform of these three different terms. T square is one of the standard result. For t raised to n we can apply sin square t. We are not having Laplace transform of this term, so we have to first simplify it in linear trigonometric term as 1 minus cos 2t whole divided by 2, and the last term will remain as it is. As here we can find the Laplace transform of sin t and then we can apply multiplication by t property. So here Laplace transform of this term is nothing but Laplace transform of first term plus Laplace transform of this second term. 1 by 2 is out of the Laplace operator, and in the third term 2 is constant multiplier, so 2 into Laplace transform of t sin t. Laplace transform of t square, that is Laplace transform of t raised to n, formula is n factorial upon n factorial upon s raised to n plus 1. As here t square means degree is 2, which is a integer, so here we have to apply this formula. It should be 2 factorial. It should be 2 factorial, not 3 factorial, upon s cube. So plus 1 by 2, the second term multiplier as it is 1 minus cos 2t. Laplace transform of 1 is 1 upon s, of cos 2t is s upon a square plus 4 plus 2 times. Now here the Laplace transform of sin t is taken and then we have applied the multiplication by t property. So it becomes minus 1 into d by ds of 1 upon s square plus 1. First two terms will be as it is. Here it is not 6 by s cube. It should be 2 factorial, that is 2 by s cube plus 1 by 2. The second term remains as it is. Now in the third term 2 into minus 1 becomes minus 2. Again here derivative of 1 upon function formula we have to apply, which is minus 1 upon f of x square into f dash of x. So simplifying this one, we get the term 2 by s cube plus 1 by 2 into bracket 1 upon s minus s upon s square plus 4 plus 4s upon s square plus 1 whole square. So this is the answer. So here we have applied first expansion formulae. Sometimes we may have to apply the trigonometric formulae, and then we can get the Laplace transform results for the given complete function. So some examples for practice. Question will be as it is. Such type of questions, such type of examples will be asked for 3 to 4 marks in the university question paper. Now see, this is very simple example. First you have to find the Laplace transform of the two terms in the bracket using the standard results, and then you have to apply multiplication by t property. Second example, t square plus 1 bracket square. Again, just now we have seen the example. The same case is here. First you have to apply a plus b bracket square expansion, and then for this e raised to 2t apply first shifting theorem or first shifting property. Next one, here very simple. First find the Laplace transform of these two terms and then apply division by t property. T square sin square 2t. Again the same concept. First write sin square theta equal to 1 minus cos 2 theta whole divided by 2 with theta equal to 2t. Find its Laplace. Then apply multiplication by t property 2 times. That is, you have to take derivative 2 times. In the next lecture, we will go to the next point from this unit. Thank you.